Hello students, in the last class we completed rate law expression, rate constant, difference between rate of a reaction and rate constant, characteristic properties of rate constant, order of a reaction, types of order of reactions like zero order reaction, first order reaction, second order reaction, third order reaction, and some example for fractional order reaction. Okay, now in this today's lecture we are going to discuss how to calculate the order of a reaction. We know the order of a reaction is a experimental quantity. The sum of the powers or exponent of the conservation terms of a rate expression is called order of a reaction. The exponents of a rate of a reaction or the exponents of a rate of a reaction are experimentally calculated. So how we can calculate the exponents of the concentration terms of the rate of a reaction? Nothing but the order of a reaction. Okay, now we have some example. Here some problems we are doing here. The first problem, that is the 20th problem, because in the previous lecture I completed up to 19 problems. So the next continuation will be the 20th problem. The rate constant of a reaction is given to you 3 into 10 raised to minus 3. The rate constant represented by K, which is equal to 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. The unit is given to you liter square, mole to the power minus 2, and second inverse. Find the order of the reaction. Now this is the first method to determine the order of a reaction with the help of a rate constant. With the help of whom? Rate constant. If in the question rate constant value is given, it is very easy to calculate the order of a reaction. In the previous lecture I explained the rate constant units. For nth order reaction, units for rate constant. Units for whom? Rate constant. Rate constant units K is equal to mole to the power 1 minus n, liter to the power n minus 1, time inverse. So this is a very important relation between the rate constant units. Okay, now here n is the order of the reaction. Okay, now here in this question rate constant units are given, that is the liter square, mole to the power minus 2, and second inverse, that is the time inverse. Now compare the powers of the liter and mole. What is the mole to the power here? 1 minus n, but in the question it is given to you mole to the power minus 2. From here we can calculate the n value. Yes, n will be equal to 3. Otherwise if you compare with liter to the power what? N minus 1, but in the question it is given to you. So with the help of that also we can find the n value, that is the 3. So that means overall it is which order reaction? It is a third order reaction, third order kinetics. This is a very important. Okay, now I am giving one important table regarding the order of the reaction of the different order of reactions. Okay, now here I am taking the order, that is the n. Now units of K, that is the rate constant. Okay, now here first of all zero order, n value 0. If you put the n value 0 in this expression, you will get the mole to the power 1, liter to the power minus 1, and time generally taken second, otherwise you can take time inverse. In generally we express the time in seconds, otherwise you can take the time inverse also. The second one, first order kinetics. First order kinetics, put the n value 1, so 1 minus n 0, 1 minus 1 minus n means 1 minus 1 0. So in both the mole to the power 0, liter to the power 0, any to the power 0, nothing but 1. So finally you will get time inverse. If in the question it is given second inverse, minute inverse, hour inverse, then we can easily identify that is a first order kinetics. Come to second order reaction. In case of second order reaction, put the n value 2, you will get the mole to the power minus 1, liter to the power plus 1, and time inverse. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose you have third order reaction. For third order reaction, mole to the power 1 minus 3, that means mole to the power minus 2, liter square, time inverse. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose we have a order of a reaction that is 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, let's suppose. Then how to calculate the rate constant units? Simply put the n value here minus 1 by 2. N value minus 1 by 2. So you will get finally mole to the power 3 by 2, liter to the power minus 3 by 2, and time inverse. So these are the rate constant units. Are you getting my point? So in the question, if the rate constant value given, indirectly units given, it is very easy to find the order of the reaction. This is the first method to find the order of a reaction, because order of a reaction, whether it should be given in the question, otherwise it should be calculated with the given information. Are you getting my point? So this is the first question, that is the rate constant units. With the help of rate constant units, we can find the order of a reaction. Okay. Now come to question number 21. For a particular reaction, 2A plus B gives products. Order with respect to 2A given second, and order with respect to B given minus 1. Then there are 5 questions given. But the first question, write the rate law expression. Okay, what is the rate law expression here? R is equal to K into A to the power, let's suppose x, and B to the power, let's suppose y. You can take small a, small b, x, y, p, q, anywhere. Okay. Now where x is order, what is the x? Order with respect to capital A, and y is order with respect to B. Okay. In the question, order with respect to A given is 2 and B given is minus 1. So directly I am writing the rate expression, K into A to the power 2 and B to the power minus 1. So this is the first question answer. Okay. Now come to the second question. What is the second question here? Total or overall order? Total or overall order? Nothing but the sum of the powers. 2 plus minus 1, that is equal to 1. So overall it is a first order reaction, but with respect to A, second order, with respect to B, minus 1 order. Okay. Now the question number C. What is the question number C here? What will be the effect of the rate if the concentration of A will be double? That means only the concentration of A is doubling. That means the concentration of B is not changing. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose rate of a reaction initially, let's suppose Ri is equal to K into A to the power x into B to the power y. Okay. Now what is the information given? Concentration of A is doubled. Let's suppose I am changing the concentration of A, that is the 2A, so the rate changes. Okay. Now according to which, how many times of rate changes we have to find. Let's suppose this is the equation 1, this will be the equation 2, divide the equation 1 upon 2. So equation 1 initial rate, equation 2 final rate will be equal to kk gets cancelled. Okay. So b to the power of y also gets cancelled. You will get to what are the x and y values in the question? already x and y values we know, so directly we are writing the x value and y value. Okay, now what is the value of x? That will be 2. What is the value of b? That is the -1. Are you getting my point? So here you will get 1 by 4. By cross multiplication, Rf is equal to 4 times of Ri. That means the rate value increases by 4 units. Okay, rate increases by how many times? 4 times, when the concentration of A alone doubles. Okay, now the question number 4. What will be the effect of rate if the concentration of B will be reduced to 1 by 3? What is the concentration of B? That will be reduced to 1 by 3. Now initially the rate expression Ri is equal to K into A to the power 2 and B to the power -1. Okay, let's suppose this is the rate expression equation 1. Now in this question, the concentration of B will be reduced to 1 by 3. So you will get the B by 3. Only concentration of B changes. That means the concentration of A do not change. That means it is remains constant. Are you getting my point? Now here if you 1 divided by 2, if you do 1 divided by 2, so rate of initial by rate of final reaction will be equal to how much? 1 by 3. By cross multiplication, Rf is equal to 3 times of the Ri. That means final rate increases by 3 times to the initial rate. Yes or no? That means here rate increases by 3 times. Rate increases by how many times? 3 times. Are you getting my point? Now here there is a one more question, I think. Yes, what will be the effect of rate if the volume of container is double? Yes, if the volume of a container is double, in the container both reactant A and B will be present. As the volume become double, the concentration become what happens? Half. That means both the concentrations, that is the concentration of reactant and A and reactant B, both will get to double. Volume get double means concentration of the both the reactants will get half. Okay, Ri will be equal to K into A to the power 2 into B to the power -1. This is the equation 1. Okay, now in the given question, what is the information? When volume of container gets or becomes double, do you know concentration will be equal to number of moles upon volume in liter. If the volume increases, then what about the concentration? Decreases. Okay, then concentration of both A and B will decrease or reduce to half, because volume double, concentration get half. So after that, when the volume double, the concentration changes, that is become half. The rate will also changes. Rf is equal to K into concentration of A now become A by 2 to the power 2. Concentration of B becomes B by 2 to the power -1. Let's suppose this is the equation number 2. This will be the equation number 2. Are you getting my point? So here if you see equation 1 divided by equation 2, Ri divided by Rf, Ri divided by Rf, that will be equal to 2. From here rate of final rate will be equal to half of the initial rate. That means rate will be reduced to half. Rate will be decreases 2 times. Shall I write like this? Rate decreases, rate decreases by 2 times, otherwise rate becomes half. Both are same. Rate becomes half. Rate get reduced by 2 times or rate get half, both are same. Okay, now question number 22. What is the question number 22 here given? In a reaction, A gives products. Okay, the rate become half when the concentration of A increases by 4 times. Then find the order of the reaction. First of all, here R is equal to K into A to the power X. Remember, if the stoichiometry will be given irrespective of the stoichiometry, we have to take the exponent, that is the coefficient, exponent of the concentration term will be, let's suppose, X. Okay, now in this question, rate of a reaction become half, that means that the rate get half, that is R become R by 2 when if the concentration of reactant A increases by 4 times, that means A will become 4A. Okay, now here equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, from these two equations, shall I find the X value? Yes, so 1 divided by 2, otherwise you can calculate 2 divided by 1 also. Okay, 2 divided by 2, equation 2 divided by equation 1. So in the left hand side, equation 2 will be, in the equation 2 will be how much? R by 2. Okay, otherwise equation 1 divided by equation 2, R by 2 will be you will get 2. Okay, are you getting my point? Now kk will be gets cancelled, so 1 by 4 to the power how much? X. Okay, now here what I am doing here, 2 I am writing 1 by 2 to the power minus 1. Okay, now 1 by 4, shall I write 1 by 2 whole square to the power x, so I am writing 1 by 2 to the power 2x. Bases are equal, powers must be equal, so 2x will be equal to minus 1, so x will be equal to minus 1 by 2. What is the x? Order of reaction. Order of reaction will be equal to minus 1 by 2, that is minus 0.5. Are you getting my point? Now question number 23, in a reaction B, the B gives product, the rate become 9 times when the concentration get triple. Again, let's suppose I am taking R is equal to some constant K into B raised to the power some small a, where small a is the order of reaction. Okay, now here what happens, the rate become 9 times, that means 9R when the concentration of B get to 3 times, B get to 3B to the power small a. Let's suppose this is equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, 2 divided by 1 or 1 divided by 2 as you wish. 2 divided by 1, 9R by R, you will get the 9, kk will gets cancelled, so you have 3 to the power a. Okay, shall I write 9 value 3 square? Yes, 3 to the power of a. So bases are equal, so powers must be also equal. So what is the a value here? 2. That means this is a second order kinetics. Order of reaction is 2. So this type of questions will be given in the integer type. Order of reaction is 2, that is called second order reaction. Which order reaction? Second order reaction. Now come to question number 24. 2A plus 3B gives products when the concentration of A only double, the rate get 4 times, and the concentration of B only triple, rate gets 1 by third when 1 by third. Then find the order with respect to A, with respect to B. Second question total order, and third question rate expression. Are you getting my point? This is a very important model question. Okay, now here first of all I am writing the general expression of rate law. What is the general expression of rate law? Rate expression, rate will be equal to k times of a to the power p b to the power q. Let's suppose, otherwise we can take x and y also. Okay, where p nothing but order with respect to reactant A and q is the order with respect to B. So total order becomes how much? Overall order or total order will be equal to P plus Q, sum of the exponents. Okay, now first of all Let this will be the equation number 1. This is the general equation. Now here, what is the first information given here? First information. According to first information, when the concentration of A only double, rate become 4 times. So I am taking 4 into R. This will be rate R. Okay, 4R will be equal to A only double, A becomes 2A to the power P, and B concentration do not changes, that will be Q. Are you getting my point? Now here this will be equation number 2. Okay, now what is the second information given in the question? The second information is given that when the concentration of B only triple, the rate become 1/3. That means when the concentration become B become triple, that means the rate will become 1/3. That means rate will be actually R. That means 1/3 into R. K is a constant. Concentration of A no effect, but the concentration of B become triple, 3 times of the B. Okay, this will be the equation number 3. After solving these 3 equations, you can find the P value and Q value. Okay, after simplification, that means 1/2. If you divide the equation 2 by 1, so you will get the P value which is equal to 2. Okay, equation 1 divided by equation 2, and then equation 1 upon equation 3, if you simplify, you will get the Q value which is equal to -1. So total order will be 2 plus -1, that is equal to 1, first order kind. And one more question is there. What is the rate law expression? Or equation, or simply we can say rate law, that is equal to K into A to the power X, that will be the A to the power 2, and B to the power Q, that is the -1. This is the final rate expression law. Are you getting my point? Now come to question number 26. For a reaction 2A plus 3B plus 5C gives products, on doubling the volume of a container, rate decreases by 8 times. Okay, this is the first information given. So before going to that, I am writing the general expression of a rate equation. That will be R is equal to K times of the A to the power, let's suppose X, B to the power Y, and C to the power Z, where X is the order with respect to capital A, Y order with respect to capital B, Z order with respect to capital C. Okay, what is the total order here? X plus Y plus Z. So we have to calculate X, Y, Z, and we have to find the total order and the rate expression also. Okay, now what is the first information given here? First information. According to first information, on doubling the volume, just now I told you when the volume become double, the concentration of the each species become half. Okay, the rate will get to decreases by 8 times. That means the rate of a reaction become R by 8. R become R by 8. K into concentration of A now become A by 2 to the power X, B becomes B by 2 to the power Y, and C becomes C by 2 to the power Z. Are you getting my point? From here equation number 2, this one, and initially equation 1, first one. So if you do 1/2, so R by 8, you will get the 8 equal to 2 to the power X into 2 to the power Y into 2 to the power Z. From here I am writing directly X plus Y plus Z will be equal to 3. X plus Y plus Z equal to 3. Are you getting my point? X plus Y plus Z equal to 3. Let's suppose this will be the equation number 3. Okay, now what is the second information given in the question? Second information. According to the second information, According to the second information, what is the second information? On doubling the concentration of A, and reducing the concentration of B to the half, the rate become 4 times. Rate become how many times? 4 times. That means rate of a reaction, now it become 4 times. When the rate of reaction become 4 times, doubling the concentration of A, that means concentration of A now become 2A, and reducing the concentration to the half, that means B become B by 2 to the power Y. There will be no comment on the concentration of the C, that means the concentration of C do not changes. Let's suppose this is a C as it is. Okay, from here if you see, let's suppose this will be the equation number 4. Now 1 divided by 4, what is the equation 1 here? R is equal to, so 1 R by 4 you will get the 1 by 4, which will be equal to 1 by 2 to the power x minus y. From here x minus y will be 2, x minus y will be 2. Are you getting my point? This will be the equation number 5. Okay, now come to third information is given in the question. What is the third information given in the question? According to the third information, on increasing the concentration of C by 4 times, the rate increases by 64 times. That means there will be no comment about the concentration of A and B. That means concentration of A and B kept constant. Okay, so what is the concentration of C? That will be get 4 times. Then rate get how many times? 64 times to the initial rate, that is the capital R, that is total 64 R. K into A to the power x, concentration of A do not changes and B also do not changes, but the concentration of now C get to 4 times, then the rate of a reaction get to 64 times. Let's suppose this will be the equation number 6. Now if you divide the equation 6, if you divide the equation 1 by 6, so 6 you will get the equation 1 here. R is equal to here 64, R by 64, R will be equal to 1 upon 64. So K cancel, A to the power of x, B to the power of y gets cancelled. You will get 1 by 4 to the power z. Shall I write 1 by 64, 1 by 4 whole cube? Yes, will be equal to 1 by 4 whole power z. Then bases are equal, again powers must be equal, so the z value you have 3. So you have three unknown and 3 equations. What are the first equations you have? Let's suppose this is the equation number 7. Now what is the relation between x, y, z? You have number 1, x plus y plus z equal to 3. Second relation you have x minus y equal to 2. Third relation you have z is equal to 3. Okay, after simplification of these 3 equations, can you find the x value as a 1? Yes. Y value as a 1? Yes. Y value as a minus 1. Y value as a minus 1 and the z value as a 3. Are you getting my point? So order with respect to A 1, order with respect to B minus 1, order with respect to C 3, third order. Are you getting my point? So finally what I am writing, order with respect to capital A, that will be first order. Order with respect to capital B, that is a y minus 1. Order with respect to C, that will be z, that is equal to third order. Okay, now what is the overall order reaction? Overall order of reaction, that will be equal to 1 plus minus 1 plus 3. So overall it is third order kinetics. Now finally one more question is there, rate law expression. The rate law expression R equal to K into A to the power x, that is 1, B to the power y, that will be minus 1, and C to the power of z, that will be 3. This is the final rate expression. Are you getting my point? Now come to question number 27. the rate of a reaction, certain reaction depending upon the concentration according to the reaction, minus dC by dt equal to K1 into C divided by 1 plus K2 into C. Determine the order and rate constant of the reaction when the concentration of A very low, number 2 very high. These are two cases here. If the concentration C value very low and very high, we have to find which order of the reaction and what is the rate constant value. Here there are two questions given. The first question, when the concentration C is very low, very low, that means C value tending to 0, yes or no? Now K2 times of the C value also tending to 0. So shall I write 1 plus K2 times of the C almost equal to 1 in the denominator, because K2C approaching to almost 0, so 1 plus 0 almost you will get the 1 value. But in the numerator we should not write the K1 into C as a 0, because 0 by, so the total rate will be 0. So rate will be 0 means this is the no meaning of that, because rate will be 0. It is not possible, because concentration of reactants will be very high. During the course of a reaction, what happens? Concentration of reactant slowly decreases. Are you getting my point? So rate will be 0 means concentration will be 0. Concentration will be 0 means that is the no meaning. Okay. Now here limit C tends to 0, okay, minus dC by dt, which is equal to K1 into C whole divided by, in the denominator I am writing only, let's suppose first of all I am writing total expression 1 plus K2C, okay. Now which is equal to K1 into C divided by, in the denominator shall write only 1, yes, okay. That means the minus dC by dt at very low concentration, you will get K1 into C to the power 1. So what is the exponent in the concentration term? 1. That means this reaction is corresponding to first order kinetics. What is the order of the reaction? First order kinetics. Okay. Now what is the rate constant here? Rate constant value for the first order kinetics value here equal to K1. Okay. Now there is one more question given. When the concentration C is very high, very high. When the concentration is very high, that means concentration is almost tending to infinity. Then what about the 1 by C, 1 by infinity tending to 0? Okay. Now here I am writing minus dC by dt value equal to K1 into C upon 1 plus K2 into C. Okay. Now here shall I write K1 upon 1 plus C plus K2. If you see the LCM in the denominator C, so you will get 1 plus K2C, and the C will be go to numerator, so you will finally get K1 into C by 1 plus K2 into C. Okay. Now limit 1 by C tending to 0. What about the minus dC by minus dt value? That is K1 upon 1 by C plus K2. Okay. Now what about the 1 by C? That will be tending to 0. So here I am writing K1 by 0 plus K2. So finally K1 upon K2. So what is the rate equation minus dC by dt? You will get only K1 upon K2. K1, K2 both are constants. There will be no any concentration term. There will be no any concentration term here. Are you getting my point? That means here it is corresponding to 0 order kinetics. It is corresponding to 0 order kinetics, and the rate constant for the 0 order kinetics will be equal to K1 upon K2. K1 upon K2. Okay. Now I am writing one important note here. Here in the last class I told you factors affecting, some external factors will affect the order of a reaction. Order of a reaction can variable by changing the external factors. Okay, now the best example, ammonia. Ammonia decomposition on the surface of the metal, that is the platinum, into dinitrogen and dihydrogen gases. Okay, now for this reaction, what is the rate constant, what is the rate expression value? Rate expression R value equal to K times of the ammonia concentration whole divided by 1 plus K2 times of the ammonia concentration. Remember, this rate law expression is always experimentally determined. Okay, now here there are two possibilities, case 1 and case 2. Case 1, when the ammonia concentration is very low. Case 1, when ammonia concentration is too low, very low. Just now I told you, when the concentration of ammonia is very low, when the concentration of ammonia is very low, in the denominator K times of ammonia can be neglected as compared to 1. So you will get finally rate expression R value equal to K1 times of ammonia. That means it is a first order kinetics and rate constant will be K1. Okay, now come to case 2. What is the case 2? When the concentration of ammonia very high. When ammonia concentration is very high. When the concentration of ammonia very high, in the denominator 1 can be neglected as compared to K2 into ammonia. For such purpose, you will get the R is equal to K1 times of ammonia by K2 times of ammonia. So K1 times of ammonia upon K2 times of ammonia. Ammonia gets cancelled. You will get K1 by K2. You will get what? K1 by K2. That will be constant in case it is zero order kinetics. That means in the presence of high concentration of ammonia corresponding to first order, in case of low concentration or low pressure of ammonia. Ammonia is a gas, that's why we can use partial pressure of ammonia, otherwise concentration of ammonia. That means as the external factors like pressure, temperature changes, the order of a reaction changes. This is very important. Are you getting my point? Come to question number 28. In this question number 28, here the information given, concentration of A and B and the initial rate given. Okay, now we have to find the three questions. The first question, what is the order of reaction with respect to A and B? Calculate rate constant and determine the rate of reaction when the concentration of A and B becomes 0.2 molar and 0.35 molar. Okay, this type of questions are very important. Remember, these type of questions are already given in the previous exams. Okay, now the first point, write the general expression rate law. R is equal to K into A to the power, let's suppose X, B to the power, let's suppose Y. This is the equation 1. From the given tabular form, if the concentration of A, if you put 0.1 and B also 0.1, then what will be the rate of the reaction? 4 into 10 raised to minus 4. So rate will be 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 when if the concentration of A will be 0.1 molar and concentration B also 0.1 molar. Okay, this is the equation 2. Take the one more rate. If the concentration of both A and B 0.2 molar, then the rate become 1.6 times of 10 raised to minus 4. So you will get K into, now the concentration will be 0.2 molar and both are 0.2 molar. This is the equation number 3. Okay. Now these three equations are sufficient to calculate the values of X and Y. Okay. First of all, what I am doing here, equation 1 divided by equation 2. So you will get finally 1 by 4, which is equal to KK will be gets cancelled. So you have 0.1 here. I am writing 0.1 times of 0.1. 1 minute. So you take one more example, one more equation, because there are two unknowns, so at least we require two equations to solve the x and y values. Okay, now come to third one. What is the rate of the third one? 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 2. 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 2. So you have k times of, now concentration of A becomes 0.5 molar to the power x, and concentration of B will be 0.1 molar to the power y. Are you getting my point? So you have total how many equations? 4 equations. Okay, now out of the 4 equations we require 2, 3, 4 equations only. Okay, now here what I am doing here, I am taking the 3 equations only. This is the equation 1, this will be equation 2, and this will be equation 3. Okay, now first of all what I am doing, 1 upon 2, 1 divided by 2 you will get 1 by 4, which is equal to, now in the right side kk will be gets cancelled, 0.1 by 0.2, that will be 1 by 2 to the power x, 0.1 by 0.2, that also 1 by 2 to the power y. So overall if you simplify this, you will get the x plus y value which is equal to 2. So you have the relation between x plus y, x and y, one equation. And one more, 1 upon 3. 1 upon 3 if you see, 1 upon 3 you will get the 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. 4 into 10 raised to minus 2, which is equal to 1 upon 5 to the power x. From here if you simplify, you will find the x value 2. So there are 2 unknown and 2 linear equations. So we can find the x value 2 and y value as a 0. So finally x value 2, y value 0. What is the x order with respect to A? So order with respect to A x, with respect to B is y. Okay, now order with respect to x 2, order with respect to y 0. So I am writing here, order with respect to x will be 2, order with respect to y will be 0. This is the first question. And second question, calculate the rate constant value. So there is a second question. I am writing the rate expression, r is equal k into a to the power 2 and b to the power 0. b to the power 0. Are you getting my point? Now here you see, with the help of the given information we can directly predict the order of the reaction also. You see, this is the second method. This will be the second method I am explaining here. This will be the alternative method I will explain you. You see, first of all, what is the concentration of A? 0.1 molar, and B is also 0.1 molar. Then what about the rate of the reaction? 4 into 10 raised to minus 4. Okay. Now come to whether A or B, if any one of the concentration of the reactant A or reactant B kept constant. That means in the third data, concentration B what happens? Keeping constant. Okay. Now what about the concentration of A? Become 5 times, 0.1 into 5 times. When the concentration become 5 times, then how many times the rate will get increased? How many times the rate will be get increased? That will be 25 times. 25 times, because 4 into 10 raised to minus 4 become 10 to the power minus 2. That means when concentration increases 5 times, when concentration increases 5 times, rate increases how many times? 25 times. Are you getting my point? That means here 5 to the power how much will be equal to 25? 5 to the power 2 will be equal to how much? 25 only. That means this power is corresponding to the what? Order of the reaction. This power will be corresponding to what? Order of the reaction. This is very important. By unitary method we can simply identify the order of a reaction. Okay, by comparing the concentrations, if any one of the concentrations should be kept constant, with respect to that we can find the order of a reaction. Are you getting my point? This is very important. This will be very important. Okay, now change in rate. Here change in rate is directly proportional to or is will be equal to change in the concentration. Change in concentration to the power order, to the power what? Order. Once we know the change in concentration and change in the rate, it will be easily predict the power. Okay, change in the rate will be 25, change in the concentration will be 5 to the power what? Order. So if you put the order value 2 on both sides, 25 will be equal to 5 square. Are you getting my point? So this will be very important. So this is a very short calculation of the order of a reaction. I am writing formula here. I am writing the formula here. The alternative method I am writing here. Now change in rate, change in rate will be equal to change in concentration whole to the power of whom? Order. Here there will be no constant k because we are calculating change. That's why the constant value gets cancelled out. Okay, this is a very important relation between the rate of a reaction and the concentration of the reactants. Okay, with the help of this one. Okay, now come to, so with respect to A, we are finding the order value 2. Okay, now come to another data. In the data number 4, if you see concentration of 4 and 5 compare, concentration of A in both the cases will constant 0.5, 0.5. But in the B case, the concentration will get 5 times. Still the rate of reaction has no change. Are you getting my point? That means order with respect to A, order with respect to A, just now I told you that will be 5 is equal to, that will be change in the rate will be 25, 5 times of the order. So order with respect to A will be 2. Okay, now come to order with respect to B. There will be no change in the rate of the reaction. When there will be no change in the rate of reaction means the order with respect to B should be equal to what? Will be equal to what? 0. So this is the second alternative method. Now there is another question is given here, question number B. What is the question number B given here? Find the rate constant. Let's suppose I am taking the rate expression, that is called R is equal to K into A to the power 2 into B to the power minus 1. Now take the R value, B to the power 0, B to the power what? 0. So no need to write the B value. So simply I can write R is equal to K into A square. So you know the R value. Okay. Do you know the R value here? Yes. Any one information you can take the R value, according to which you have to put the concentration of A. So put concentration of A as a 0.1 molar, then according to which the rate will be equal to how much? 4 into 10 raised to minus 4. By putting the R value and A value here, you will find the K value, which is equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. Okay, mole to the power minus 2, mole to the power minus 1, liter to the power 1, and second inverse. And one more question is there in this. What is the question number 3? Determine the reaction rate when the concentration of A, B are 0.2, 0.35 molar. Now what is the rate expression? R is equal to K times of A square. So B value to the power 0. So K value just now we calculated, that is 4 into 10 raised to minus 2. What will be the concentration of A given in the question? 0.2 molar. So I am replacing here 0.2 instead of A whole square. What is the concentration of B? 0.35. But here the order with respect to B will be 0. So there will be no effect of the concentration of B changing on the rate of the reaction. Okay, finally the R value you will get 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 3 moles per liter per second. Are you getting my point? In this question there are three again questions. Order with respect to the AB. First question, calculate the rate constant and calculate the rate of the reaction. Calculate the rate of the reaction. Okay. Now come to question number 29. It is similar to the question number 28. We can directly solve this one. How? Here you see. Now first of all, what is the concentration of A given? 0.5 molar. B is also given 0.5 molar. Now the rate will be what? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now here in the second data, concentration of B become double, but concentration of A remains constant. Okay, when the concentration of a B become double, the rate will also get double. That means with rate will also get double. Are you getting my point? Rate will also get double. Rate will also get double. That means you have with respect to B2, order will be first order. Okay, order will be first order. Now come to one more information compared to data 2 and data 3. In data 2, concentration of B do not changes 2 to 3, but in the data 3, from the data 2, if you see concentration become double, still the concentration do not changes. That means with respect to A, order become 0. With respect to A, order become 0. Now what about the order with respect to B? Order with respect to B, once again I am telling order with respect to B. Okay, now here in the first experiment 0.5 molar of each, concentration become how much? Rate becomes how much? 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 4. Now in the second experiment, keeping the concentration A constant, I am doubling the concentration of B. When the concentration of B double, rate will also get to double, because 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 4 become 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 4. That means the concentration become double, rate of a reaction get double. Just I told you this expression, that is the change in the, that will be the change in the concentration to the power, that is the order will be the change in the rate. Change in the rate will be 2. Okay, change in the concentration will be how much here? Change in the concentration here how much? Change in the concentration how much? Double. Change in the concentration will be 2. So 2 equal to 2 to the power order. That means the order will be first with respect to B2. With respect to B2. So directly we can write the answer. That is the first option. Are you getting my point? So this is a very important question. So directly condition here, at least one reactant concentration should be same and other reactant concentration should be different. Then we can find the relation. If both are changes, it is not possible. So with the help of equations, okay, 1, 2, 3 equations we have to write first of all. By solving that we can find the powers. Okay, now here question number 30. For a hypothetical reaction, this is a hypothetical reaction, A plus 3B gives P, delta H minus 2x kilojoule per mole A, and M gives 2Q plus R, delta H is equal plus X kilojoule per mole. If the reactions are carried simultaneously in a reaction such that the temperature is not changing, if the rate of a disappearance of a B is Y, then the rate of the formation of M will be. Okay, now first of all, here these two reactions are simultaneously carried in a same container, so where the temperature is do not changing. The condition here, temperature is not changing. Do you know delta H is a function of temperature? Is a function of temperature. Okay, that means delta H is a function of temperature means here if you see delta H value do not change because temperature constant. When the temperature is constant means change in the delta H value absolutely what happens? 0. That means in both the reactions, if you add these two reactions so that you will get the delta H net value become 0. How it possible? Now in the first case, first reaction delta H value minus 2x. In the second reaction delta H value will be x. Then how to cancel out the delta H value in both the cases? By multiplying with integer 2 on both sides in the reaction number 2. Are you getting my point? Reaction 1 as it is, which is A plus, what is the reaction 1? A plus 3B gives P delta H value minus 2x. Okay, now what about the second equation? I am multiplying with 2, because if you get the plus 2x in the expression second one, and in the expression first one there is a minus 2x, by adding these two you will get the net delta H value 0. 2m will give 4q plus 2 times of r. Here the delta H value, what happens? Plus 2x. By adding these two equations you will get the net reaction. Yes, what is the net reaction here? A plus 2m plus 3b gives rise to P plus 4q plus 2r, and finally the net change in the delta H enthalpy will be 0 because temperature is constant. Okay, enthalpy is a state function. Okay, enthalpy is a function here. Here depend on temperature, here temperature is constant, there will be no change in the enthalpy. Okay, now here what I am doing here, I am writing the rate equation. What is the rate equation? R equal to minus of dA by dt, which is equal to minus 1 by 2 dm by dt, which is equal to minus 1 by 3 dB by dt. Okay, which is equal to plus dp by dt, which is equal to plus 1 by 4 dq by dt, which is equal to plus 1 by 2 dr by dt. We know with respect to reactant concentration decreases, that's why there is a negative sign, and with respect to product rate increases there is a positive sign, and we are writing the stoichiometric coefficients in the denominator. Okay, now in the question what is given here? Given that rate of disappearance of B will be equal to what? Y. The question will be the rate of appearance of M. Okay, now here minus 1 by 3 dB by dt will be equal to minus 1 by 2 dm by dt. Okay, from here dm by dt will be equal to 2 by 3 times of the dB by dt. Okay, what is the dB by dt? Disappearance of B, that will be y, so you will get the 2 by 3 times of the y. 2 by 3 times of the y is the final answer. Okay, that will be the option A. That will be the option A. Okay, now come to question number 31. N2N2 O5 gives 4NO2 plus O2. The rate constant value given here 3.0 into 10 raised to minus 5 second inverse. Just now I told you what is the rate constant for nth order kinetics. Rate constant for a nth order kinetics. Rate constant units for nth order kinetics. K will be equal to mole to the power 1 minus n, liter to the power n minus 1, and time inverse. Yes or no? Once again I am telling, this is a very important relation between the rate constant and rate constant units. Not relation, this is the unit of a rate constant. Okay, now here in the question what is the K value given here? 3.0 into 10 raised to minus 5 second inverse, only second inverse. That means it is corresponding to which order kinetics? First order kinetics. This is the key point of the reaction, key point of the question. Okay, now for first order reaction, rate is equal to K times of the concentration of N2O5 to the power 1. Now here the question is the concentration of N2O5. How to find the concentration of N2O5 is equal to rate of the reaction by rate constant? Yes. What is the rate of the reaction is given here? 2.4 into 10 to the power minus 5. What is the rate constant is given here? 3 into 10 raised to minus 5. So we will get the answer 0.1 molar, 0.8 molar, 0.8 molar. Are you getting my point? Now come to question number 32. For N2O5 gives 2NO2 plus half O2, it is found that minus d by dt of N2O5 K times of N2O5. Okay, d by dt of NO2 K times of N2O5, d by dt of O2 K3 times of N2O5. Then the relation between K1, K2 and K3. So this is also very important question. Okay, now here what is the relation between K1, K2 and K3? Okay, first of all, what I am writing the general rate expression, R is equal to, or rate is equal to, what I am writing here, R is equal to minus of d by dt of N2O5, which is equal to plus 1 by 2 d by dt of NO2, which is equal to plus 1 by 2, nothing but indirectly 2 into d by dt of O2. Okay, now here what is the minus d by dt of N2O5 given? K times of N2O5. So here I am writing K1 times of N2O5, which is equal to, what will be given? The d by dt of NO2, d by dt of NO2 K2 times of N2O5. So K2 times of N2O5, here there is a 1 by 2, so I am writing the K by 2 here. And whatever the d by dt of O2 K3 times of N2O5. So K3 times of N2O5. Are you getting my point? Here there will be 2. Okay, now here N2O5 will get cancelled in all of this. Yes. So you have relation K1 equal to K2 by 2 equal to 2 times of the K3. Otherwise, if you take the LCM 2, you will get 2K1 equal to K2 equal to 4 times of the K3. Okay, that means the option number 3. Option number 3. Are you getting my point? Now here I will tell you one short formula to calculate directly the relation between K1, K2 and K3. Suppose in generally relation between rate constant of a reaction and rate constant of a particular species. The species may be reactant or product. Okay. Now here I am writing a general expression, that is the small a capital A plus small b capital B to give small c capital C and small d capital D. Okay. Now here K is the total reaction rate constant. Ka will be the rate constant of reactant A. Now what is the stoichiometry of reactant A? Small a, that should be written in the denominator, and rate constant of reactant B, Kb, divided by its stoichiometry. Rate constant of product C, that is the Kc, divided by stoichiometry small c, and rate constant of D, that will be Kd, divided by stoichiometry small d. So this is a very important relation regarding the rate constant of a reaction and the rate constant of a particular species, whether it is reactant or product. Okay, that means K, that is the rate constant of reactant, otherwise product, which will be equal to total reaction rate constant, that will be K reaction multiplied by stoichiometric coefficient. Okay, if you know this relation, it is very easy to calculate. So there is a one alternative method I am explaining here. You see. Now what is the rate constant given with respect to N2O5? K1 given. What is the N2O5 stoichiometry? 1. So I am writing K1 by 1. Okay. What is the K2 rate constant corresponding to NO2? What is the stoichiometry of NO2 here? 2. Shall I write K2 by 2? Yes, K2 by 2. Okay. Next, another K3 given, K3 corresponding to with respect to O2. So what is the stoichiometry of O2? 1 by 2. K3 by 1 by 2. K3 upon 1 by 2. So 2 will get numerator. So finally K1 equal to K2 by 2 equal to 2K3. So ultimately if you multiply with 2 on both sides, so 2K1 equal to K2 equal to 4 times of K3. This is a very simple method, alternative method. Here you have answer 2K1 is equal to K2 equal to 4K3. Here also 2K1 equal to K2 equal to 4 times of the K3. Are you getting my point? Question number 33. 2A plus 3B gives 5C. The rate expression law R is equal to A times of the A to the power 1, B to the power minus 1. Then find the rate constants of A, B, C. Now just now I told you what is the overall rate constant K, the individual rate constant with respect to A, Ka. What is the stoichiometry of the reactant 2? Now second reactant B, the stoichiometry will be 3, so Kb by 3, and one more product will be there C, the reactant, the product C rate constant Kc divided by stoichiometry will be 5. Are you getting my point? That means finally what is the individual rate constant with respect to A? Ka will be 2 times of the overall rate constant. Next, what will be the Kb? 3 times of the overall rate constant. And what is the Kc? That will be the 5 times of the overall rate constant. Are you getting my point? This will be the first question. Okay. Now find the relation between these. Just now I told you simply Ka by 2 equal to Kb by 3 equal to Kc by 5. What is the LCM? 2, 3, 5, 30. So multiply with 30 on both sides. 30 by 2 into Ka, that will be the 15 Ka. That will be what? 15 times of Ka. 30 by 3, that will be 10. So 10 times of the Kb. Okay. 30 by 5, that will be the 6 times of the Kc. So this is the relation between the 3 rate constants of Ka, Kb and Kc. Okay. Now come to question number 34. What is the question number 34? The rate constant, activation energy and Arrhenius parameter A of a chemical reaction at 25 degrees Celsius will be 3.0 into 10 raised to minus 4, 104.4 kilojoule per mole and 6 into 10 raised to 14 respectively. The value of a rate constant at T tends to infinity. T tends to what? Infinity. This is very important. Okay. Now first of all what I am writing here, the given data rate constant. What is the rate constant given here? What is the rate constant given here? K is equal to 3.0 into 10 raised to minus 4 per second. And what is the activation energy? Ea, that will be equal to 104.4 kilojoule per mole. And what is the one more equation is given, one more data is given, that is the Arrhenius parameter, which is a capital A, that is equal to 6.0 into 10 raised to 14 per second. All this information regarding at 25 degrees Celsius. Now when temperature tending to infinity, just now I told you C tends to infinity, 1 by C tends to 0, so T tends to infinity, 1 by T tends to, shall I write 0. What is the Arrhenius equation? We know from Arrhenius equation From Arrhenius equation, k is equal to a into e to the power minus ea divided by rt. Okay, now if you see in the exponent value you have 1 by rt. If you put the 1 by rt approximately assume it to be 0, so k will be equal to a, because e to the power of 0 nothing but 1, so k becomes a. What is the a value given here? 6 into 10 raised to 6 into 10 raised to 14, so k value 6.0 into 10 raised to 14 per second. This will be at very high temperature, that is the temperature tending to 0. 6.0 into 10 raised to 14, that means option number B. Option number B. Are you getting my point? Okay, now question number 35. This is the last question. Which of the following statement is incorrect? This is very important. Please make this point incorrect about the order of a reaction. Order of a reaction is determined experimentally. Yes, this is correct. It is the sum of the powers of the constant terms in the rate expression. Yes, this is also correct. In the last class I told you order of a reaction. Okay, if you have any doubts, go through the last video. It does not necessarily depend on stoichiometric quotient. Yes, it is depend only on the stoichiometric quotient regarding in case of elementary reactions. It is not compulsory. In a complex reaction, the stoichiometry of the reactants and the exponents in the rate expression both are different. But whereas in the elementary reaction, the exponents nothing but the stoichiometric quotients. Okay, and fourth one, the order of reaction cannot have fractional value. This is incorrect. Do you know order may be positive, negative, 0, even it may also have fractional value. This will be the incorrect. That means our question is incorrect. Find the incorrect statement. That will be the option number D. Option number D. Are you getting my point? So D will be the incorrect statement. Okay, if you have any doubt, you see some fractional order reactions here I given. So here H2 plus Br2 2HBr, the rate expression R is equal K into H2 to the power 1 Br2 to the power 1 by 2. So total order will be 1.5, that will be fractional order. And second example you have order 2.5. In the third example you have 1.5. And in the fourth example you have again order 3 by 2 which is 1.5. So order may be positive, order may be negative, order may be 0, even order may also exist in the fractional value. It is purely depending upon the experimental data. Okay.